What's good, y'all? Thank you so much for coming or coming back to kick it whatever our brown skin John. If you're interested, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button so we can keep this content moving around these YouTube screens. And we're just gonna dive right into it, alright?
Yeah.
So, as you can tell by the title, today's message is You Pretty Little Birds, okay? And y'all, I know I get on here every time and be like, oh my God, I had this beautiful message. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to tell you. I'm a grandma, I know. But I really do be excited to come and share just the way that spirit is moving in my life and the way that the way that my family speaks to me, and how I put these messages together. Like, I be so excited because it be like, there's no such thing as coincidences, like no way, right? So, just a little backstory before we jump into the message, y'all. So, I'm gonna drop some numbers on y'all, but for real, if you've been seeing 555, then this might resonate with you a lot, okay? So obviously we got, what is it, new moon or full moon energy that just passed, eclipse energy on top of goddamn retrograde, Mercury retrograde energy, okay? So it's a lot of doubling back, but not in a negative way. I mean, if you on that type of time, but it's more so just fine tooth comb and making sure shit's straight, planting new seeds, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of making sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed type of energy, right? And it's because it's with the eclipse, it's like a lot of change coming through. Now, whatever side of the fence you're on, that shall be in there, okay? But for the people that know that they've been doing the work, they've been really staying true, staying positive, okay? It's one of them times again, okay? Shit's about to take off for you, all right? So, again, I like to be vulnerable and transparent with y'all and share my personal experiences because I know I'm not the only one that be going through this type of thing. And I just want y'all to know, like, I might be talking on my ass. Like, I go through shit too. I get hit in the head too. I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go through things too. I'm not perfect. All right? And that's why I get on here and do this shit. So, in light of me saying all of that, there's been a lot of fucking changes taking place in my life. Things, and I mean, like, out of the blue. Like, literally, I wake up yesterday, life was one way. I wake up the next day, it's completely different. Things have just shifted so much, right? Beautiful changes though. Very happy, okay? But with those type of tower moments, right? That sudden type of change, it don't have to be big, it could be little, but it's just that suddenness of it is overwhelming, okay? Seeing the fruits of your labor, your manifestations actually coming to fruition, not nobody telling you or not you knowing like it's coming, I just gotta stay prepared, just gotta stay ready. No, they're unfolding before your eyes. Like, yeah, that should be like, huh? Like it'd be scary a little bit, right? And so for me recently with these current changes, they were triggering for me because I was like, wait a minute, like, well, what if this happens again? Or what if that happens again? Kind of throwing the same scenario at me, but this time it's the good, right? The right one and the right way, right? But it's a test. Will you self-sabotage, So I have 2 channel songs, Chop It Down and obviously Pretty Little Birds by SZA, okay? And so this particular morning, I'm driving to work, whatever. I'm all out of balance. I could feel my energy. I'm like, I cried the night before. I had some things going on. And so the next morning, my energy was still just really off, okay? Even though I was accepting of the situation. I was in a better mind space about it, but energetically, I was still very low vibrational. I was still feeling very icky, very off. And so what I ended up doing was, I'm driving and I'm like, all right, you need to find a way. This is my thought process. I'm like, all right, you need to find a way to change this energy because this ain't it. You ain't manifested shit. You're just gonna bring more drama in your life, feeling like this. So let's not start this day off and create a bad day. Okay? As soon as I say that, I go to switch to the next lane, and guess what? I pull up behind the license plate that say 222. What that mean? Balance. So Spirit was like, boom, right on time, right on cue, right? So as I'm sitting there, or at a light or whatever, I just happen to look up, into the horizon, and I see 2 birds. There's a bigger bird and a baby bird. And I'm seeing the little bird like flapping up. But every time, like at first I thought they was playing. So I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Look at them playing. Like, you know, I just love noticing little shit like that. And so as I kept watching, I noticed the little bird just kept flapping up. It was trying to fly. And then the bigger bird would like, it would be next to it. And then every time the baby bird would drop, I would see the bigger bird kind of like swoop underneath it. So I'm like, is you trying to eat it? Like, what are y'all doing? So I realized, you're trying to fly, little bird, right? You're trying to fly. And the mama bird or whoever, but we're gonna say the mama bird, was there to like guide them. Like, I got you, protect you, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you, but you keep flying. I'm gonna go underneath you. Every time you think you're gonna fall, I'm gonna go underneath you and catch you. Don't worry, just keep doing your thug thizzle, you know what I'm saying? And so, as I'm thinking about this, all this, I'm like, oh, why are you trying to fly? And in the background of my mind, yo, it'd be like theatrics going on here. In the background of my mind, I'm so like, all these fucking clairaudience, sentience, all that shit is real, y'all. So I hear chopper, chopper, lay it down. Chopper, chopper, nigga, down, by French Montana. Mind you, I've been listening to Frenchie, but that song has been like really hitting at me. And I'm like, why I keep wanting to say chopper down? So as I'm looking at the birds, I'm like, flying birds, like baby bird flying, chopper down. Chopper down gave me like crash and burn, like a helicopter chopper down, right? So I was like, oh, Spirit was like, boom, you heard, you see that? You get that? You did you pick that up? Chopper down. So I'm like, I'm afraid to fly right now. I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of crashing and burning, right? A lot of times with new experiences or those newness that comes in our life, something that we wanted so bad is here, and you're like, I don't want to fuck it up now. You know what I'm saying? You're afraid to crash and burn. And so, also what I wanted to, I said I had numbers for y'all, so I said 222 was balance, 555 for changes, and then 444 for protection, because as I'm thinking about the issues that's going on, I've seen that shit. So Spirit was telling me like, you're afraid of all this failure, you're afraid to take off and take this leap, right? To leap of faith, be the fool, right? You're afraid to do that because you're afraid to fail. But what you don't know is that this is all aligned. You are spiritually protected through this whole thing, so you really should not even be tripping right now, okay? Mind you, this is 8 o'clock in the morning, and Spirit is like dropping this shit on me like heavy. So I went and I got some excerpt or some lyrics from SZA's Pretty Little Birds that stood out to me, okay? You are but a phoenix among feathers. You're broken by the waves amongst the sea. They'll let you die, they'll let you wash away, but you swim as well as you fly. So it's like, you're more than what you're not just any old bird. You're a fucking phoenix. You ain't no pigeon beach, okay? Like, you're but a phoenix among feathers. You're broken by the waves amongst the sea, okay? So your wings may have failed. You may have, fell in the water or whatever, right? And those waves, they'll let you wash away. They'll drown you, right? But you swim. You know how to make light. You know how to make change. You know how to adapt to your surroundings, right? You won't swim as well as you fucking fly. You learned how to fly. Sometimes you in a different surrounding, a different environment, right? Then change is scary. But you swim just as well as you fucking fly. So you don't really have shit to be worried about. You're a well-faceted person. You're adaptable. You're mutable. You can do any fucking thing. Any situation that you're in, you can adapt to that, and you can make life out of that. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid, right? Pretty little bird, you've hit the window a few times. Pretty little bird, you still ain't scared of no heights. When the spiral down feels good as the flight. Okay, I'm not gonna say the last part because it doesn't matter, but so the part that stood out to me was, you still ain't scared of no heights, like, and that's the thing about fear. Like, you know that you know. That's your intuition, that's your faith. You know, okay? But fear would get in the way of that, right? So now it has you questioning how high you can go, how well you can fly when, nigga, you been doing this. You went to aviator school, you an aviator. Like, you know what I'm saying? You did this, you do this, all right? You're not, like I said, you ain't no pigeon, bitch. You a phoenix. Like, this is what you do. You rise, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And when the spiral down feels good as the flight, right? So what I got from that was like, the fear, losing that fear of failing, right? Because spiral down, like I said, the baby was like falling, but it didn't have anything to worry about because the mama was right underneath it. That's your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, right underneath your ass, right around your ass. So every time you think, I can't do it, they're like, bro, just do it. You got it. And if you feel like you losing cool, you're cool. We right here anyway. I know this is new for you. I know this is scary for you. You think we're going to just leave you out here by yourself? No. Negative. You good, right? And so, what was so funny to me, I was another number sequence that came to me was 1212, right? I kept seeing that often. 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, right? So I went and looked up the number meaning, and it was just so perfect, y'all. Angel number 1212 should be seen as a message of encouragement to step out of your comfort zone and place trust in yourself in the universe, right? Your spirit guides have your back, and your guardian angels are there to catch this. Right, hold on. Catch you if you fail. Catch you if you fall. What the fuck had I been saying since the beginning? Like, I love when my messages tie in